On September 6, 1901, an event at the Pan American Exposition in Buffalo, New York, set in motion a chain of events that would forever change the political landscape of the United States. President William McKinley was shot and wounded by a young anarchist named Leon Solkosh. McKinley died a week later, leaving his vice president to assume the role of commander-in-chief. With the elevation of Theodore Roosevelt to the presidency, progressivism gained a powerful political ally in the White House. The progressive era was defined by passionate social, corporate, and political reform that diffused into every aspect of life in the early 20th century. Although progressivism was successful in improving the lives of many people, the movement ignored other groups in desperate need of improvement. Roosevelt brought a new audacity and assertiveness to office that no president prior to him had exerted. He expanded the role of the federal government with major federal reforms. His decision of intervening in the coal strike of 1902 marked a turning point in U.S. policy. It was the first time the federal government acted neutral in resolving matters of a strike. Previously, the government had favored big business over unions and had acted as a strikebreaker. In 1902, restless miners in Pennsylvania were demanding an increase in pay and shorter hours. Contrary to this, mine operators complained that profits were low and that the union destroyed discipline. That summer, the coal miners went on strike.
Anthracite coal was cleaner and more efficient than soft coal, making it the main fuel source in most eastern cities. Its demand was high, and the business of anthracite coal was a natural monopoly because it was found heavily concentrated only in a few hundred square miles in Pennsylvania. 2 years before the 1902 strike, the United Mine Workers attempted to gain better wages and working conditions for the miners in Pennsylvania by negotiating with the coal operators. Their president, John Mitchell, was their bargaining agent. The operators, however, refused to negotiate, and the miners struck. Unfortunately for the miners, their strike came in the midst of President William McKinley's run for re-election. McKinley's representatives were worried that the strike would interfere with his re-election and pressured Republican coal operators to end the strike. They agreed to give a 10% wage increase to the workers and to improve working conditions. They did not, however, recognize the union. The wage increase would only temporarily subdue the miners' complaints. A future strike was inevitable. On May 12, 1902, the Pennsylvania miners walked off the fields.